Look, before we begin, I want to address the events of this weekend. On Saturday, I was shocked by the violence officers faced, and I've been clear that it's completely unacceptable. I also want to take the opportunity to categorically reject the appalling racism we saw on the capital streets this weekend. As the far right attempts to sow hatred, fear and division, I know many Londoners will be feeling scared. I want to be clear, everyone, no matter their race, faith or background, is welcome here. Now's the time for us to come together as Londoners and proud Brits to reject the far right, as we have done many times before.
Well. Sadiq Khan, London's self-styled Emperor of Virtue. Yet again you have given us a sermon from the pulpit of hypocrisy. This time about the Tommy Robinson March, as if anybody asked for your outrage theatre. You treat Robinson like Christmas has come early, the perfect excuse to puff yourself up, wag your finger at the peasants, and pretend you're the moral guardian of London. Here's the truth though, you don't care about marches, you don't care about protests, nor do you care about public safety. What you care about is optics. One event, one soundbite, and you act like you've slain a dragon. Meanwhile, knife crime soars, Londoners can't walk the streets without fear, and you're silent. Selective outrage, that's your brand. You're not a leader, Sadiq. You're a professional gaslighter, a career liar, and a man who has turned deception into performance art. Every time you open your mouth, it's less about truth and more about control. You've become the human equivalent of congestion, traffic congestion, unavoidable, draining, and making life worse for everyone that is forced to deal with you. Which is poetic really, because you're the king of congestion charges, the architect of those unlawful ULEZ zones. You've actually managed to monetize misery. Only you could look at families and small businesses struggling to get by and think, I know, let's charge them more for breathing in my city. All while encouraging people to use the tube, where air pollution exceeds, and I mean far exceeds, the WHO's safety guidelines. So the streets, the ones where you're fleecing people to clean up, actually have far less pollution than your beloved underground. You're not protecting lungs, Sadiq, you're just taxing them. And you're not a mayor, you're a toll collector in a shiny suit. You've turned London into one giant paywall, congestion charges, ULEZ fines, endless schemes, charging people for the privilege to be stuck in the traffic that you've created. The thing is, traffic, that eventually clears. You, Sadiq, well, unfortunately you just keep hanging about. You bang on about unity whilst dividing everybody. You bang on about progress whilst your city crumbles under crime, broken services and your vanity projects. You sneer at English identity, belittle heritage, and insult anyone that won't bow to your narrative. You call out division whilst pouring petrol on the flames. You're one nasty butt, and London under your watch, a parody of what it once was. More dangerous, more expensive, certainly less free, and yet you still strut around like the sad little twant who thinks he's the saviour of the city. You're not a leader, Sadiq. You're a brand. A PR stunt in a suit. History won't remember you as the hero you fantasise yourself to be in your speeches. It won't remember you as a statesman or even as the mayor. It'll remember you for the man who made London more expensive, less safe, and utterly unbearable, all whilst patting himself on the back. The mayor who smiled whilst the city burned, who silenced dissent whilst pretending to protect free speech. So congratulations, Sadiq Khan. You've achieved the impossible. You've made Boris Johnson look competent. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Look after yourselves and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.